Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be making this video today. This is one that I've seen floating around YouTube for a while. This is actually a knockoff video of something that GQ has been doing. And typically the content on this channel is more makeup focused or beauty focused. I thought it was such a fun trend and I thought it would just be really fun to sit down and share some of my absolute favorite things with you guys today. I really like making recommendations to the people in my life and to my friends, and I really like to make sure that we're all educated as consumers. It's really important to me to not buy crap and not buy really poor products, and so the things that I have here today are literally things that I use almost every single day and things that I love and have loved for years. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button down below. It really helps my channel. It helps other people to find this video, and I ask that you please share with your friends, and if you haven't already, please click that magical subscribe button down there. That would really help me out a lot. It means so much to me. And without further ado, let's get started. My 10 things that I can't live without. These are not listed in any particular order. These are all things that I absolutely adore. And as I started thinking about this list, I had a really hard time only picking 10 things. This was actually harder than I thought it was going to be, but I feel like I have compiled a good list for everyone. So item number 1, this is something that I use literally every day. I use it every night, if not all day long, 24/7, and that is a tiny hair jaw clip. So this one is actually from a brand called Kitsch, and you can see I've worn it a lot. It's starting to wear out, but this is a really solid metal hair clip. And the reason that I like these more than the plastic ones that are made by, I think the brand is like Scrunchie? Don't hate me. They make a plastic one that I used for probably a decade, and they're really great, but they break a lot. So I was kind of looking for a hair clip that I could use to clip my hair back that wouldn't break every week, and I wouldn't have to keep buying them. So these Kitsch clips, they're super inexpensive. You can buy them at Ulta. They're really, I think that they're a little bit more fashionable. They're definitely more of a statement, and they're hardier. They're really solid clips. And when I go to bed, I like to pile all my hair on top of my head into like a big cinnamon bun so that I don't have a hair tie or anything pulling my hair out of my head. I'm trying to fix my hairline and not have it go so far back. I'm trying to grow out my hair, and one of the ways that I do that is resisting putting it in a ponytail holder if at all possible, and I keep my hair in one of these almost always. And in a COVID world, I've been doing it even more, and so my hair is, starting to be much healthier, much longer. My hairline is starting to get fixed, and really I think it's largely because of these little babies right here. So you can buy these at Ulta. I'm not sure where else, but I buy mine at Ulta, and the Kitsch brand in general, they just make some really fantastic hair accessories. Next is a product that I have already talked about on my channel in my top lip products of 2020 video, so I'll link that right up here if you want to check that out. But this is my absolute ride or die lip balm, and it is the Vaseline Lip Therapy, and I love the little tiny little container of Vaseline. I think it's so adorable. I have about 4 or 5 of these just floating around my house in different locations. Basically, I have one of these every single place in the house that I just hang out. I've got one in my desk, one in my vanity, I've got one by my bed, I've got one out in the living room that kind of just lives on the coffee table. I have one in my car, I have one in my purse. I have one of these everywhere because I literally cannot live without lip balm. And if there's even a second in my life, if there's even 1 second where I'm like, ooh, I need lip balm, I freak out. I absolutely freak out if I don't have my lip balm. I have to have my lips hydrated at all times, or I just get so uncomfortable, and it's like, it's almost like fingernails on a chalkboard to not have lip balm when I need it. So I just bought like 10 of these, and I have them just kind of like hidden everywhere. The next item is something that I have literally been enjoying since I was in college. And if you know me, I've probably already turned you on to this product, but it is grape Crystallite. I'm telling you, it sounds like a kid's drink, and it kind of is, but hear me out. It is the best Crystallite. It's the best flavor, especially if you cut it with a little club soda, and it's great if you want to add like vodka or gin. It makes a really great cocktail too. And the reason that I like to drink Crystallite is it's not only calorie free, but like let's say you're making cocktails at home. If you're drinking it with this, you're actually drinking a ton of water while you're having a drink at home. So the next day, you're not gonna be as hungover as if you had mixed up some other drink or drank something else. And I just find if you're trying to watch your calories and have something really delicious and flavorful, Crystallite is the way to go. Whether you just drink it by itself, mix it with club soda, mix it with a little vodka, this is the real deal. And I've been drinking this probably since I was like 18 years old. It's so delicious. I promise you, you have to try it to understand, and once you do, you're never going back. And I say Crystallite, this is actually the Walmart brand because Crystallite does make a great flavor, but it is almost impossible to find in stores. But the Walmart brand is almost always in stock wherever I go. Even when I lived in Hawaii, like they had this. I usually just look for the generic brand. There's really no difference, but they're the ones that usually make the grape flavor. Just in case you're gonna go find it, you're not gonna have a lot of success finding the actual Crystallite brand in that flavor. The next item is something that I carry with me literally 100% of the time, and it is not my phone, but it is my PopSocket wallet. I have had this attached to my phone probably for over a year now. I hate carrying a purse. I hate putting things in my pockets because I think it makes me look too bulky. And honestly, most of the time, I don't even have pockets. So if I don't want to carry my bag and I don't have any pockets, this thing is a life saver. It's a high quality plastic. I can stick about 4 or 5 cards in there. So I have my ID, I've got a bunch of credit cards in there, and then it's got the pop socket. So it just pops off the phone just like that. You can pop it on and off. So if you don't want to take it with you, it's really, really versatile. And then it's just my phone, right? It doesn't add a ton of bulk to the actual thickness of the phone. I swear this thing has simplified my life so much. I rarely even carry a purse anymore. Often it's like if I can fit some sort of lip gloss or a lip balm in this, I'm good to go. I don't even need to carry a bag, or I can carry the smallest bag ever and I'm good to go. The other thing that I really like about this is mine has a little tiny mirror inside of it. So if you have this, you really don't have to carry a ton with you. If you just need to like check your makeup while you're out, you can just boop, open it up on your phone. There's your mirror. It's super, super easy. And then you close it up and boom, you're done. The next item on my list are some of my favorite leggings. So these are from JoyLab, which are sold at Target. And I love these. They're super cottony. They're not necessarily for working out, although you could do some light exercise in them. They're not super moisture wicking, in my opinion. They're not the ones that I pull out when I need to have that moisture wicking technology. But these are the leggings that I pull out whenever I'm just lounging around the house, if I'm gonna go run errands, if I just wanna be comfy but cute. These JoyLab leggings are absolutely the ones that I turn to. I think I have 3 or 4 pairs at this point, and I've been wearing them almost every day on rotation during COVID because they're just so comfy. And the best part about these, and I hate that I'm this person, but girls, they have pockets. And I never knew what I was missing until I bought a pair of leggings that had pockets, and I never knew how much of a difference it was going to make. You know how I just said I hate carrying a purse and I hate carrying things around? I'm telling you, these pockets, like I just slip my phone in. I can slip some dog bags in if I'm taking the dogs out for a walk. I can slip a little lip balm in. These leggings are super great. They're super stretchy. They're really, really high quality. I think they come in a ton of really cute colors, and they're from Target, so they're only like $30. You do not need to be spending $80 on leggings. I don't care how great someone told you Lululemon was. You don't need to spend $80 on leggings. Go to Target, hit JoyLab. I'm telling you, you're gonna get the same quality. And even if it's not the same quality, it's like a third of the price. So to me, it just makes sense. The next item on my list, I actually don't have with me because it is plugged into my wall. So I'll kind of just pop up a picture here. Boop. It's my Google Home. I love Google Home. I have Google Home all throughout my house, and it's attached to all of the lamps in my house. And I think it is absolutely worth the money and absolutely a game changer to have the Google Home and specifically have it attached to all of your lights, because when you're in bed at night and it's 30 degrees outside and you're all cuddled up and you're ready to go to sleep, and then your boyfriend asks you to turn off the light, girl, you do not want to be getting out of bed. You don't want to be disturbing the dogs. You don't want to be getting up and getting cold. You don't want to be stumbling around in the dark. I'm telling you, get a Google Home and then you just tell Google to turn off the lights for you. It's super, super easy. You can also do it from your phone. So whenever I have guests staying at the house watching the dog, or whenever they come over, I give them access to the Google Home so that they can make sure that all the lights are off, that they can control everything that they need to. It really can link up to a bunch of different pieces of technology in the house. One of my favorite things too is you can now link all the Google Homes together and play the same music throughout the house, or you can play different music in different parts of the house. So really, really recommend it. Even if you just get one and you get one of the little like Google Home light switches so that you can turn your lamp on and off without having to get out of bed, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Total game changer. Item number 7 on my list is my journal. So this is my journal right now. I really love how beautiful this notebook is. I think I got it, I want to say I got it at Barnes & Noble a number of years ago, and I really like it because it has this cute little magnetic flap right here, and then it also has a little flap in the back where I can keep papers and different things. If I don't have my journal but I want to write something down, I'll often just write it down and then I'll stick it in this little flap so it doesn't get lost. I also really like that it has a little bookmark for wherever I am in my journal. I think it's just so important for everybody to have some sort of journal or have somewhere where they write down their memories or their thoughts. And for me, it's really helped me to work through some sad times in my life, to record happy moments. It's helped me to really just leave something for posterity. And even if it's not for posterity, it's for me. It's for me to look back on. And I have journals going all the way back to middle school. And I know I kept journals way before that I'm sure are in my mom's house somewhere. I've kept journals my entire life. And it's just a really cool way to be able to look back at my life, look back at who I was at that time, what I was thinking, what was influencing my decisions, what were the things that I was going through. And I really plan on keeping a journal my entire life. I haven't always been perfect about it, but it's been a habit that I've reinvigorated in the new year. It's such a great way to wind down at the end of the day, to just take 5 or 10 minutes, pull this from my nightstand, write down some thoughts, write down what happened that day, write down what I was thinking about, and just have it saved. Especially as I've been working through the death of my father and working through those emotions, a lot of this is very painful, but I'm also reflecting on a lot of things that were really important to me in our relationship, and there'll be random moments where I'll think about him and think about a memory, and I don't want to forget it. So I carry this around with me more often than ever, just so that I can quickly write those down and I don't forget them. So if you don't have a journal, 10 out of 10 would recommend. One thing I had to include was a good Kentucky bourbon. Any Kentucky bourbon. I enjoy a good Kentucky bourbon any day of the week by itself with a rock in a cocktail. There's nothing better than just a good old glass of bourbon, sitting on the porch, sipping on your drink, sitting with your man, relaxing. Whiskey is good for every single occasion, for every moment. And I also really respect the history behind it, the craftsmanship behind bourbon. And it also reminds me of one of the most romantic vacations I've ever taken with Jeremy. He took me to the Bourbon Trail for my 30th birthday, and it was one of the best trips we've ever taken. And so I always have these super fond memories of going to Kentucky with him and how beautiful the countryside was and how great the cocktails were. A good Kentucky bourbon is something that you should never pass up on. This is item number 9 on my list, and like I said, there is no specific order to this list, but I know I'm absolutely going to get roasted by my family, and it is kosher salt. And really not just kosher salt, but just like any salt in general. I cannot live without it. This should probably be number 1 on my list. I cannot live without salt in any capacity. Ever since I was a kid, my family always liked to tease me by saying I was like the salt monster from the original Star Trek series that would just go around like sucking all the salt out of all the human beings to kill them. Any boy that I've ever dated and brought home, they have made a point to sit him down and show them this TV show and say,
who does that remind you of?
I'm sorry, there's just no better seasoning, there's no better way to brighten up a meal, to make it more interesting. And do I oversalt? I think it's a matter of perspective. Oversalting is totally personal and a matter of perspective. And don't worry, I go to the doctor. I don't have any problems. I, in fact, have tested for sodium deficiencies multiple times in my adulthood. And a good salt, like a good kosher salt, is absolutely paramount for anyone who considers themselves a decent cook. This last item on my list is something that I have used every single day for probably a year and a half now. And that is my Yeti. I love this thing. I love this cup. It's 30 ounces. It's ridiculously huge. It's like bigger than my face. Honestly, who needs a cup this big? I do. I am constantly thirsty for my job. I am constantly on the phone. I'm talking sometimes 6, 8, 10 hours out of the day in conversation. And so I'm constantly thirsty. I always have to have water with me. And one of the reasons I went and got the big cup is because then I don't have to get up multiple times an hour to go refill. Usually I'm just refilling this bad boy probably about 4 or 5 times a day. So I definitely get all of my liquids. I drink a ton of water throughout the day. This keeps everything cold all day long, and it's big enough that I'm not constantly having to go to the kitchen and get a refill. Especially when I'm in back-to-back meetings, it's just really, really hard to have to constantly get up. It's the same thing as not having lip balm. If I don't have my water, I like freak out. I have to have water. I always have this cup with me. It's always at my bedside table. I'll bring it to the couch with me when I'm watching TV. I bring it in the car, even for like a 2-minute trip to the gas station. I bring it with me in the car. I record with it. I always, always, always have this with me. I also personalized this one, and I've been thinking about getting another one and just like getting it plain, but I really like this one. This is my tattoo that I have on my shoulder. It's like my little spirit lioness, just keeping an eye out for me. And then if anyone was doubting whose cup this was, am I in like 3rd grade? Did I have to put my name on it? I don't know. That completes my list. Those are the 10 things that I can't live without. Oh wait, hang on. And of course, the thing that I really can't live without, this is Whiskey, and he is the absolute love of my life. He's the best boy in the whole world. He's about a year-old red-bone coonhound puppy, and he's just my everything and my cutest, sweetest, bestest boy in the whole world. And I love him so much. So when we really talk about things I can't live without, he's the whole damn list. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. I had a lot of fun filming this video. I hope I see you guys in the next one. If you haven't already, please like this video, please subscribe, and please share with your friends. It means so much to me that you're here. Thank you to my 87 subscribers. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Oh my god, you farted. It's not so bad.